Where did Forza go wrong? Forza used to be this game that I really wanted, and I hopped into Forza when I got my Xbox in around 2015, and that was the time when Forza Horizon 2 and Motorsport 6 was the newest and the biggest game on the market. And I have so many great memories of Forza Horizon 2 with the amazing scenery and the great story, and the amazing track racing and drifting in Motorsport 6. To start this video off, we're gonna take a look at the very beginning of the Forza Motorsport series, Forza Motorsport 1. We can all say that this game doesn't look very good by today's standards, but this game was revolutionary back in 2005. But the thing is, I can't really say much about this game because I started playing in 2015, 10 years after this game came out. So let's just jump straight into Forza Motorsport 4, which a lot of people say is the peak of the Motorsport series. And I've been really close to getting an Xbox 360 myself just to play this game, because they had so many amazing cars and tracks like Fujimi and Maple Valley, and amazing content creators could create videos like these in the Forza Motorsport 4. I know this is from Motorsport 3, but it's still the same track and it's still amazing. And you also had these like fun game modes like car football and more. I don't know exactly because I didn't play this game myself. And then came Forza Motorsport 5, which quite a few people would call a disaster because of its many DLC cars and its rushed release date with the new Xbox One. And after that, they made another great Motorsport game, Forza Motorsport 6. This was way better than Forza Motorsport 5, but it still wasn't Motorsport 4 that we all wanted. But this is still my favorite Forza Motorsport game that I've ever played. But with that said, I've only played Motorsport 5, 6 and 7. But enough with that. This is where we started to go downhill in the Forza Motorsport series. Forza Motorsport 7. This game had a really rocky start with all of its crashes and bugs and lag spikes. But I still really enjoy this game because I'm a PC Master Race guy, and I was lucky enough to experience this game without all the lag spikes in the beginning. But I still had my crashes and glitches and bugs. And some people still experience lag spikes, glitches, bugs and stuff, even by today. But they have fixed most of the things. But people still want a lot more content in the game because they've added so many off-road cars and off-road trucks in the game, but no actual off-road tracks. And we are still missing our precious Mount Fujimi, but we did get Maple Valley, so that's one good drift track we got back. And Forza Motorsport 7 just isn't as good as people want it to be, and there are quite a few things missing. But enough said with this, let's move over to the Forza Horizon series. The Horizon series started out great in 2014 with Forza Horizon 1, and it's a great story, great roads and location. But this game did lack a lot of things, like there was a lack of cars in the car list. It was still a pretty decent one, but a bit more wouldn't hurt. And you couldn't even tune your own cars in Forza Horizon 1. But this thing still had a great story and great roads, like the mountain roads and just normal amazing roads. And I didn't play any Horizon games until Forza Horizon 2. And I've gone back to play Horizon 1, and it is just a great game and really worth playing in my opinion. And with all that said, let's move on to the peak of Horizon in my opinion, Forza Horizon 2. This game really had the perfect location, almost perfect roads, perfect scenery and almost perfect story. This is even my favorite Forza game I've ever played in my entire life, because you had a story to complete that wasn't half bad, and you just had the amazing scenery that I really love, and just the colors and everything in game was just so perfect for the location. But I did really miss the real mountain roads like they had in Horizon 1, but I was okay with it, because this was just the most amazing game ever. And now we're starting to go downhill with the Horizon series with Forza Horizon 3. The map was just flat and not enough good drift roads, and all the roads just looked the same, it was just the same thing over and over again. And the story was just really mediocre, because you were the boss, you already made it, so you had nothing to try to get, you had nothing to fight for. The only thing you had to do was level up the festivals, and the festivals didn't really feel like real festivals in my opinion. And the game was just super dull when comparing it to Forza Horizon 2. And now we hit the rock bottom. Well, not really, because this is the best new car game on Xbox, Forza Horizon 4. This game has all the things to be the best Horizon game ever made. It has a big map, seasons, huge car list, body kits, spacers, a real festival, and much more. But the execution just isn't good enough. They lock you into seasons, so if you wanna fuck around with your friends in the summer, but then it turns out to be winter, well, too bad. There's nothing you can do about it. And let's talk about the story. The story is just the worst thing ever. Well, there is no story in this game. There is nothing to fight for, there's nothing to aim for, there's nothing to complete. And there's even nothing that happens when you complete the Goliath, the final race. It just, you complete it, and you're done. No cutscene, no nothing. And then, the map. There are no real good drift roads on the normal map. We do have an expansion with some pretty decent drift roads. Still not the best, not what we want. And let's not even talk about the car zones in this game. They are absolutely horrible. But to be fair, this is one of the best looking Forza games ever made. And I do still really enjoy the game. And with all this said, don't get me wrong, I do really love Forza. And it's the only game I play. But I do think that these couple of games have just been pretty bad. They've been way worse than the older games. But we do have some really good news. With Forza Motorsport 7 and Horizon 4, they are now like trying to make the games even better, even after launch. And I think that the next game, Motorsport 8 and Horizon 5, if they ever come out, they're gonna be some really good games with everything we want. And with this said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.